Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's the Pop Tart Lee. Welcome back to episode 43 as it is of Top of the Funko Pops. This one is from the diminutive Scott himself, Stormcore Collectibles. But before we get into this one, as is always the case, let's show you the winner from last week's episode. The brilliant Ahsoka Tano one from, I'm trying to now not say episode all the time. Thank you Jimmy Barnes for making me conscious. The Ahsoka Tano episode winner is up here. I've been pointing quite a while. It's there. Thank you again, Nick. Really appreciate you doing that. And as Nick was back for his second episode, we now have Stormcore back for his hat-trick performance, his third episode. Episode. Let's get into it.
Yes, it is me. I am back for yet another episode of Top of the Funko Pops. I'm not doing the promised flocked Pokemon. I know I've teased this for a wee while. I know none of you guys want it, so I'm not doing it. Don't panic. This time, however, I am bringing you the top 5 pro heroes from My Hero Academia. To start things off, I've got to go for number 1 hero, right? Or at least number 1 hero in my eyes. He may not be if you're up to date on the current manga or anime, but we got to go for the classic All Might. All Might is, without a doubt, my favourite character in the show. I absolutely love him. Here we have him in his classic blue suit, red and white detailing on his chest. Yellow boots, yellow, I'm going to say gauntlets. They're not gauntlets because you can see his hands, but you know what I mean. Are they cuffs? Wrist guards? Who knows? With his awesome trademark hair. Now this is the original All Might. Paint detailing isn't quite as good as some of the newer ones. You will see that there's the odd little bit of bleeding on it, but this to me is fantastic. Check out that smile. Now, if we've gone for the number 1 hero for number 1, you guessed it, we got to go for the number 2 hero for number 2. And here we have Endeavor in all his flaming glory. I could have gone for Jetburn. The reason I've not, even though you could probably say it's a arguably cooler pop, the reason I've not is that for all the other pro heroes, I've not picked like an action stance. They're all in like a default pose. So I didn't feel it was fair to throw that Jetburn Endeavor into the mix because it stands out by a country mile. So here we have Endeavor standing in his, in my head, like classic I don't give a beep pose. If you have watched the show, you will know that Endeavor is grumpy. One of the things that I love about him is his flaming, not just his like eyebrows and around his eyes, but the tash. Who doesn't love a tash on fire, right? As well as that, I love the way that he's got flames coming off his boots. All Might be my favourite, but Endeavor is not far behind. Next up, we have Eraserhead, or Shota Awazawa, who a lot of you guys, again, if you do watch the show, will be very familiar with being the primary teacher of Class 1A. I've gone for the hero costume version, which really, the only difference is, one, his hair is billowing back because obviously he's badass. And he has some fancy golden goggles. It's quite a simplistic costume, but I do love it. I do like the way that we can see his eyes through his goggles. I think that's a really nice touch because obviously we should be able to. All in all, fantastic, especially down to the kind of metallic sheen on the golden goggles that he has. Following suit, we can't have Eraserhead without Present Mike. Again, not the most intricate of costume designs. You'll see as I turn him around here that we do have a little bit more on the go than Eraserhead. He's got the studs on the shoulders and the back of his collars. He's got his speakers at his throat that clips on. He's got his cool headphones. And I really like the shades. I think that they've captured the kind of anime manga style in the shades fantastically. I'm a bit of a criticizer of Funko and glasses, being a glasses wearer myself, so I think they've really nailed him down to his kind of, I don't even know how to describe it. The way he's posed his hands, the way his hands are sitting on the pop, is like classic present Mike. Last but not least, in the top 5 is one of the most recent additions. So you know it's got to be the Fat Gum. Look at the size of this guy's belly. I was quite critical of this pop in comparison to how he looks in the show. The proportions are a wee bit wrong on this one as far as I'm concerned. Either belly needs to be, or body needs to be way bigger and head smaller, or just shrink that damn head. However, as a pop, he does look fantastic. You see he's got his big hoodie on with the F and the G across it. Paint detailing again isn't great, especially around the zip. He's got his big chunky boots with his knee pads. He's got his studded gloves. So there we have it, guys. Top 5 heroes, at least as far as I'm concerned, from My Hero Academia. Quick recap for you. At number 1, we have All Might. At number 2, we have Endeavour. Number 3, Shota Ozawa or Eraserhead. Probably easier just to go for Eraserhead. Number 4, Present Mike. And last but not least, number 5, Fat Gum. That's it, guys. Get those votes in, because we know this is the best episode for a long time, right? I ain't dressing up as no Batman. And I'll see you guys over on my channel, or on Lee's channel, or somewhere else real soon.
So a simple one this week, surely. All you need to do is vote Endeavour underneath. By far and away my favourite. I really, really like the My Hero Academia line. No clue on the show, never watched it, no intention of watching it. But I do think the pops are fantastic. They seem to have some really, really cool detail. And it's nice to see pops of things sometimes that you've got no idea what they are, but you can appreciate really cool pops. So thank you to Alistair for doing that one for me, and more importantly for not doing that Pokemon episode that he did threaten for so many times. You may want to see that. I definitely did not. So I really enjoyed this one, and my vote is going for Endeavour. But put your votes in, as is always the case. I am shooting this one slightly early this week because I am away next week. So this one is going to shoot on Sunday at 12 noon UK time, just to give me enough time to put everything together so that I can get everything ready for Monday morning before I go away for a few days, so that when next week's episode is up and running, which it's still up for debate what that one will be, but I have a day off this week. I'll film something. I've got a few ideas from looking at my collection as well. Here's a one for you. If you can see a theme that you think could make a good episode of Top of the Funko Pops, let me know in the comments or send me a message. And also, if it's something you want to do an episode of, reach out, let me know. We're slowly creeping up to the big 5-0. That's where I want to really take the series to, if I can. Then I've got a few ideas for some, but I always like having you guys involved, as we did today with Alistair and last week with Nick. I think this works really well when you're doing it, but I think it works even better when it's you guys getting involved. So one last big thank you to Alistair for doing this for me. I do appreciate it, all Mickey taking aside. It takes a lot of time out to come up with ideas and give me feedback on the channel, so I do appreciate his friendship. So my former host of Pop In For A Chat, I think this is a good place to say that is probably now been put to bed, but that was quite good fun for us to film while it lasted. And until next week's episode, I'm trying to think if I think I might actually have another video coming up for the weekend for you, so you might get 2 videos from me this week. Lucky you. But until then, get your votes in the comments, run down just the one, whatever you want to put, and then like I said, Sunday lunchtime this one will close. So until then, I'm trying to think what else I need to say. Not a lot. Like, comment, share, subscribe, usual YouTube gubbins, and I will see you when I see you. Bye for now, guys. Bye.